Welcome to The Explainer. All right, today we're going to talk about what might just be the ultimate wealth hack in real estate. We're going to break down how a single dollar of profit in an apartment building can, like magic, turn into more than $12 of actual real-world value. I know, it sounds kind of impossible, but trust me, it's a wealth-building engine you really need to understand.
Okay, let's just jump right in with this. This is kind of mind-blowing. For every single extra dollar in profit that you can squeeze out of a property, its total value can leap by over 12 bucks. So the big question is, how on earth is that possible? How can $1 of profit create over $12 in new value? Well, that's the puzzle we're about to solve.
So to really get this, you kind of have to throw out everything you think you know about real estate. See, most of us think about the house we live in, or a single-family home. But commercial real estate, things like apartment buildings, they play by a completely different rulebook.
Okay, so this is huge. It breaks down the two completely different universes of real estate. The value of your house, it's pretty much based on what the guy down the street sold his for. We call them comps. It's subjective and it's mostly out of your control. But a multifamily property, it's valued like a business. It's all about one thing, how much profit it makes. And you know what that means? It means you are in the driver's seat. You control the value.
All right, so if the value is all about income, there's got to be a formula, right? Well, there is. And honestly, this simple formula is the secret engine that creates some serious wealth in commercial real estate. Let's break down the moving parts. First up, you've got operating income. Super simple. This is just all the cash the property pulls in. Most of it is rent, sure, but it's also things like late fees, money from the laundry machines, maybe you charge for parking, all of it.
And then, of course, you've got the money going out, your operating expenses. This is all the stuff you have to pay for just to keep the lights on and the place running. Property taxes, insurance, fixing a leaky faucet, paying a property manager. You get the idea.
Okay, so you take all the money in, subtract all the money out, and what you're left with is the magic number, net operating income. You'll hear it called NOI. This is the pure bottom line profit the building spits out. This number, this is the one that changes everything.
And the last piece of the puzzle is the cap rate. Now, the easiest way to think about this is it's the market's rating for that profit stream. In a hot market, investors will pay more for each dollar of profit, so the cap rate is lower. In a less popular market, they'll pay less, so the cap rate is higher. It basically just tells you what a dollar of profit is worth in that specific area at that specific time.
And here it is. This is the whole game right here. The value of the building is your NOI, your profit, divided by that market cap rate. That's it. It's just math. And what this really means is that if you can make that top number, your profit, go up, the value of your property has to go up. You're literally forcing it to be worth more.
Okay, enough with the theory. Let's see how this thing actually works in the real world. We're going to run through a quick case study, and you'll see just how ridiculously powerful this can be. So let's say you go out and buy a 20-unit apartment building. You pay $1 million for it. Right now, it's making $80,000 a year in pure profit. That's our NOI. And we'll say the going cap rate in this neighborhood is 8%. So let's do the math, right? We take our $80,000 profit divided by that 8% cap rate, and what do you get? $1 million. Exactly what you paid. Perfect. The numbers check out. That's our starting point.
But you're smart. You don't just sit back. You find ways to make the property run a little bit better. Your goal is to boost that annual profit by just $24,000. Now, that might sound like a huge number, but think about it. Across 20 apartments, that's just an extra $100 a month from each tenant. Totally doable, right? So your new NOI is now $104,000.
Okay, so now look what happens when we run the numbers again. Our new profit is $104,000. The market cap rate is still the same. It's still 8%. So we do the division and bam, the property is now worth $1.3 million. Just like that.
I mean, let's just stop and think about that. You increased the yearly profit by 24 grand, and you created $300,000 in new wealth. This didn't happen because the market went up. You did this. This is what we call forced appreciation. You literally forced the value of your own asset to go up. But hold on, because it gets even better. This new value, this 300 grand you just created out of thin air, it unlocks what a lot of investors call the holy grail of a real estate deal. Okay, so check this out. You go back to the bank and say, hey, my building's worth $1.3 million now. The bank says, great, we'll give you a new, bigger loan. You take that new loan, you pay off your old, smaller loan, and what's left over? A check written to you for $240,000, which, happens to be the exact amount of cash you put into the deal in the first place.
I'm going to say that again, just so it sinks in. You now have zero of your own money left in this deal. You got all your cash back. But guess what? You still own 100% of the building, and it's still making you money every single month.
Oh, and here's the best part. The real kicker. The $240,000 you just put back in your pocket, it's not profit. It's technically debt. It's from a loan. And you know what that means? It's completely 100% tax-free. So, why does this matter so much? Why is this a total game changer? Well, because it completely flips the script on how you think about building wealth.
Let's just wrap it all up. You are in control of the value, not the market, you. You can pull your original cash back out, tax-free, and go do it all over again with the exact same money. You end up owning a building that's paying you every month with none of your own skin in the game. They call that an infinite return for a reason, and it's how you can scale your wealth like crazy.
So it all boils down to this, right? You've got an asset that's making you money, you have $0 tied up in it, and you've got all your original cash back in your bank account, ready to go. The only question left is, what are you going to do next?